Do you think there's a masculinity crisis in America right now?
Definitely. Men aren't men anymore. And it's such a shame because I meet these guys and I feel like I'm hanging out with one of my girlfriends and I don't want to date my girlfriend, you know what I mean? I want a man.
Why are men becoming women or more female-like?
I think because women tend to act like they don't need men and that they're super independent. Men provide for the family. I think men take care of the family. I think men take care of a woman. And I think a woman adds value to a man's life.
Men out there too scared to approach women, talk to women. What's some advice you have for them?
Just think about like what is there to lose? Like what are you gonna lose by going up to somebody and asking a question? Like, yeah.
What used to be simple has turned into total chaos. Women demanding effort while ignoring the price men pay for trying. Rejection, embarrassment, unrealistic expectations, and they still say men lack courage. The truth is very different.
One of the biggest reasons why a lot of guys cannot approach women in the gym is because they think if they approach this girl, she says no, now they have to see her every time they go to the gym. From a general standpoint, I understand where they're coming from, but me personally, I don't, because I don't take rejection personally. If you take rejection personally, whenever you see this girl in the gym, it reminds you of rejection. For me personally, it's not like that because I understand all girls have types. Let's just say this girl only dates Caucasian men and I'm a Nick. Or she has a guy she's already emotionally invested in at the gym and she doesn't want to get too messy. Let's be real, a lot of guys don't even go out anymore. So the gym may be a decent place to meet women because it's not like you're going out to the bars and the clubs on the weekends. So I say F it. Shoot your shot. Don't take the rejection personally. If she's not down, the next girl will be.
I don't know what's in the water, but men are just flabbergasting me every single day. I just got done from the gym. I had a long week. I wanted to do a leg day and a sauna. And I got done, got my protein shake. I'm excited. And I'm in the elevator, and this guy's in the elevator. I barely made it. And I literally got smushed into the elevator door, in between the doors. And the guy did not even lift a hand to even help me stop. It was a bad slam. Like I was like smushed in between those two doors. The guy did not even help me at all. Not even to press the open door button. Not even that. I'm flabbergasted by their lack of tenacity and testosterone these days. What is going on in the water?
Look at this. She gets caught in an elevator door and turns it into a whole speech about lack of testosterone. Nobody knows if the guy was distracted, tired, or just didn't react in time. But nowadays, every situation becomes a judgment of a man's worth. Men aren't emergency responders 24/7, proving masculinity every second. This constant pressure gets exhausting. Then they wonder why men stay to themselves. It's not lack of effort, it's lack of patience for this kind of exaggerated narrative.
44% of Gen Z guys have never approached a girl on the street in real life. And that's not shyness, it's a literal crisis. And look, I'm not here to roast anybody, I get it. I genuinely get it. No one has taught you how to interact with the opposite sex. How to just walk up to someone, it feels like huge and intimidating and so scary. Like you're about to jump off a cliff. But here's the thing, it's a skill, like learning how to drive. Like cooking, it feels impossible until you actually learn the steps of how to do something. And then suddenly, it feels normal and not like a big deal at all. The guys I've seen that actually get good at this, they've practiced their craft. Baby steps at first, ask them what time it is. Just start a conversation. You can even just give someone a compliment and just walk off. Build that muscle. You're not broken, you're just untrained.
I was in a relationship 3 years with a millionaire in Dubai. We broke up 6 months ago. Now I started dating again. And I don't understand what happened to people. They're empty, they're lost values, or what's going on? I feel like men are on the market who are choosing the best cow. There's illusion of constant choice. There is always somebody more young, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. I feel like a relationship today, it's something with subscription. You don't like it, you just unsubscribe. So funny, yeah? So I always ask the man the question, do you really want a relationship or just the illusion of the constant choice is enough?
This guy just put himself out there and came up to me at Whole Foods, and honestly, we respect it. He came up, introduced himself, had a normal conversation, and then asked my number, and honestly, We appreciate that so much. And I'm not saying this because I'm like all about like, I want the attention, I'm desperate for attention, and not even because I was interested. Unfortunately, we're not interested, but it was the fact that he was bold enough to try. Guys are so scared nowadays to be bold. Everyone hides behind Instagram DMs. They are hiding behind dating apps, or they're just afraid to do, they just don't do anything because they're afraid of rejection. But girls like confidence. They like the boldness. They think that's attractive. Even if a girl isn't interested, who cares? She's still going to respect you for having the courage to even walk up and say anything at all. I feel like that's what's wrong nowadays. Girls want a guy who is bold and brave enough to try. So if you're a guy watching this is your sign to start being bold again. The world would genuinely be a much better place if you guys put yourself out there. We appreciate you more than you think. Like, I have a lot of respect for this guy. Even though I'm not interested, like, much respect given to him for having the courage to walk up.
This one is classic. She praises the guy for approaching, but makes it clear she wasn't interested. So the man takes the risk, gets rejected, and is still expected to feel good because he earned respect. Respect doesn't build relationships. The problem is they romanticize male courage without acknowledging the emotional cost. Men didn't just stop approaching out of fear. They realized the game is unbalanced. Too much effort, little return. No one wants to play the clown just for validation.
If you're a guy and you're having a hard time asking out girls and you're like, I'm just not attractive, so I can't walk up to any female and just like randomly ask them out because they're going to say no because I'm not attractive. You guys, you have to understand that confidence is attractive, okay? Your looks are important, yes, but confidence is so attractive to a female, and courage as well. Do you know how many people just like walk up to random females on a random day? Not a lot, okay? So if you were that one person that does walk up to a female on a random day where she's just sitting outside or maybe in a coffee shop or like maybe at work, I don't know. If you just walk up to her and you're the only person in that entire day, she's gonna remember you. Like, do you understand that? Like, you were probably the only one that just walked up to her and she's going to tell her friends and you'll be in the back of her head. It's like you planted a seed. Does that make sense? And the thing is, it's like the more people you randomly walk up to and just like start a conversation, the better your communication skills will get. And your confidence will start to increase because you're so used to it. It's like, oh, just another day, just another person I'm going to talk to. And it's like you will also increase your chances of going on a date with someone that you also like. Does that make sense? I was getting a lot of comments on my past video with like all these guys saying like, well, you have to be attractive to do this, or like, this is BS, it doesn't work. Well, guess what? It's like, yeah, it's not going to work if you don't believe it's going to work. It's not going to work if you believe you're not attractive. It's not going to work if you think that just sitting in your house and like going on a ton of dating apps is going to get you a girlfriend. Because guess what? It's probably like you've gone on so many dates with like so many low level, like low energy, no personality females, right? Because you're giving bare minimum effort, okay? And like, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but I'm just being totally honest. So all the males out there watching my videos, just know that you are confident. I know you're confident. And guess what? I know you have the balls to walk up to a female and just start a conversation. I know you can. And I know it's scary to be rejected, okay? I've even walked up to males before and tried to have a conversation, okay? And it's awkward when they're like, oh yeah, like they'll start to talk, or they'll just be like, yeah, so like my girlfriend says like this, and I'm like, okay, obviously they're dating another person, that's why they're bringing up the girlfriend. And then I'm like, okay, casually gonna like walk away, you know? And like, that's a part of it. That's a part of like starting conversations and putting yourself out there. If you don't put yourself out there, you're never gonna get what you want in return. Does that make sense? You don't need me to tell you that, but I'm just reminding you, okay? That at least from me, like from my perspective, okay, confidence is so attractive, okay? And if you believe that you are confident and you have courage and you have the balls and you are attractive, like physically, then walk up to a female and just see what happens, okay? I just want to like encourage more like natural communication and natural like, you know, walking up to people and asking people on dates and just seeing what happens there, because the dating apps are dead. The dating apps like fuck everyone over. You waste so much time. And even if you like drop money into these dating apps and you like pay to get someone to go on a date with, they could end up being trash as well. So I'm just trying to encourage everyone to know that just don't be so hard on yourself in terms of looks, okay? Because confidence is everything, okay? And it's the way that you treat the female. Okay, like people always remember you based on how you make them feel. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And Don't be so hard on yourself, okay? I love you. Bye.
This whole confidence is everything talk completely ignores reality. Looks matter, context matters, and repeated rejection hits hard. Saying men should just approach tons of women to build practice treats them like NPCs in a game. In real life, constant rejection drains you, lowers self-esteem, and changes behavior. Men who think long-term start choosing where to invest energy. That's not insecurity, it's strategy. Confidence without results becomes illusion, and men learn that quickly.
I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Here's where I think society has gone to extremes. There was a big shift in women thought it was creepy when men approached them in a bar. And I think a lot of men were like, okay, let's overcorrect this and just
not
be
do it at all.
And then we would always ask women, okay, if this guy stopped you on the street and he was 6'5" and he was so handsome, what would you do? Oh my God, I'd go out for a drink with him. Okay, what if this guy stopped you on the street and he was just like a normal guy? She'd be like, no, I think that's weird. But how does the guy know if you think he's attractive enough or not to approach you?
Yeah.
And what does that do to the guy's psyche?
Yeah.
But I also do agree in the sense of men are not as confident as they used to be.
Yeah.
But that wasn't always a good strategy because they would be too confident and too cocky. And the world's gotten so sensitive.
There's so many cooks in the kitchen. There's so many people's opinions out there of like what's right, what's wrong.
Right.
And we're all individuals. We all like certain things. You are very modern, but also you have like these little traditional things to do with you. And I'm kind of very similar. We as a society can't keep putting people into boxes or putting actions or putting categories into this is the only way that it goes.
People should just be respectful and tasteful. Like
going up to a girl in a bar isn't creepy. No. If you're creepy, it's creepy.
If you're creepy about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a way to do it and take a hint, obviously.
Yeah.
But I can't believe I'm going to say this. I kind of empathize with guys right now a little bit. Some of my guy friends are really struggling with that.
We got to discuss this new phenomenon in dating where men legit are scared to death to come up and speak to a woman first. Like at this event last night, there was a lot of men that are like motioning for the woman to go to them. Like I had so many motioning me for me to come to them last night. And I was like shaking my head, nah, bro. If I got to do all that, you ain't it. I can tell you right now, any man that I have ever actually really, really liked has applied pressure, has like hopped in my DMs, has come straight up and talked to me. Like my husband ain't gonna be any different. So if I gotta go out of my way to go talk to you to make you comfortable because you were so scared of rejection, you ain't it. You know, you gotta start looking at rejection as redirection. It can't like sting your ego. You know, it can't, don't let it hurt your ego too much. But there's a lot of men out there, they be scared. They just be scared. They be scared. Like one of my friends, she's drop dead gorgeous, okay? There's a lot of men waiting to talk to her ass. I'm just like, go talk to her. Just like, why? Just go talk to her. Like, and then this is another one. They were shaking my hand last night. Soft ass handshakes. Nah, bro. Shake my hand. Like, shake my hand. Give me the handshake. You know what I mean? Just, y'all gotta work on that. Y'all gotta work on that.
Here comes the inflated expectations. The man has to lead, initiate, apply pressure, have perfect presence, while she just accepts or rejects. And if he doesn't, he's not man enough. But the world has changed. Today, approaching can lead to embarrassment, public rejection, or even being exposed online. Many men simply chose not to play this game. It's not fear, it's calculation. If the risk is high and the reward is uncertain, a rational man steps back. Simple as that.